Have you ever wondered what it would be like if your dreams actually came true? I used to think to myself that I'm not enough. Some people just get lucky in life. That you have to be incredibly smart to achieve success. That success and wealth just couldn't be for everyone. The truth is, our thoughts become things. Once something is impressed on your mind, you start to see it everywhere. And we either choose to ignore it, or we choose to turn it into a burning desire. That desire, that dream, that goal, that's what you can create and turn into your reality. There is a law of cause and effect. Every action has a corresponding reaction. You have to see it in your mind. You have to fully believe that it is already yours. Whatever you desire is already in your possession. This is your starting point. There is something within you that wants to express itself. Believe that you're capable of achieving great. For belief is the foundation of accomplishment. The energy of your triumph will ignite a spark in those around you, creating a ripple effect of positive change. Your wildest dreams await, and the power to make them a reality lives within you. It's not actually about the things. It's not about the money. It's about the person you are going to become. I am no different to you. I have a burning desire to waken people up one thought at a time. I want to help bring this material to as many people as I can. That's my vision, that's my purpose, that's my goal. What's yours?
One question that can change your life, change your business, and change your legacy. What is your goal? What is it that you really desire? Can you answer it? You know, we are here today because we know the future is unscripted. We know there is a new wave coming. And for you to be able to experience that, to bring the best out of you to the surface, out of your team, out of your company, out of your children, you've got to know what your goal is. You've got to be able to answer that question. And not many people can. In fact, it would astound you how many people do not know what they want. And that is exactly where my story started. I love that this event is called Unscripted because my life was extremely unscripted 10 years ago. My name is Kim Calvert, and I am a high-performance mentor. I work with individuals, leaders, businesses, sales teams, helping them unlock their potential, helping them really understand the root cause of success, looking what is the science to getting the results that we want in life. But before I was at that point in my life, I actually spent the first part of my professional career as a psychiatric nurse. I worked in mental health for over a decade. I know that might be hard to believe with my youthful looks. And believe it or not, I've now spent 10 years as the CEO and founder of my own company. So actually, I've been working in the field of psychology, of human potential for 2 decades, okay? Believe it or not, I'm actually 38, so it's okay. If we can put the slides up, that would be really great. It'll help tell the story. 10 years ago, and how I ended up on this stage, I literally was working as a nurse. I had a successful career. I was at the height of my career, but really it didn't start there. I was always told that I wasn't smart enough. I felt stupid as a child, as a kid. I was dyslexic. I was rubbish at school. I didn't pay attention. I was always in my imagination. And I got to a point where I just had to work hard, because my parents said if you get a good education, if you get a good government job, you're going to be landed. Well, I did that. Anyone else get told that? Yeah? Well, I did that. I got to the top of nursing. I loved my 10 years. But there was one day I realized I'm actually broken. I am broke mentally, physically, spiritually, and I was broke financially. And it was actually in a pet shop one day, exciting story, and I realized I had my hands in my pocket, and I had 2 little dogs, and I'm a big dog person, and I realized I could not afford the dog food. I was squeezing my hand so hard, I lifted my hand out at £4.20. This was 10 years ago. That was a defining point when I made a committed decision I was going to change my life. And not only was I going to change my life, I realized that I really wanted to make an impact and help people. Because I realized that there was lots of people, even in great professions, but at the personal life, they weren't that happy. And they were getting burnt out in work. They were working harder than they'd ever worked. And this was not fair. There had to be a better way. So I got myself a mentor. And I worked with Bob Proctor. Anybody ever heard of Bob Proctor? Well, I was absolutely honored to spend 7.5 years working by his side as his top student until he passed recently. And he taught me everything I needed to know how to change my life. And he taught me that thoughts become things. He taught me that there is a science, that we've got to get to the root cause. And then it clicked. When I thought back to nursing, and I was now starting my own business and working with business leaders in corporations, in companies, I was seeing the same patterns. I was realizing that we were treating symptoms instead of getting to the root cause. We're trying to fix everything. We're trying to firefight our way. We're trying to do more, get more education, get more training. And we know what it's like. You go get the training, you go to the days, then you come back to the office and you do it the way you've always done it. We don't do what we know how to do, and we don't know what we don't know. So what I'm going to share with you in the time that I have with you is a very quick drawing that is shared to me by my mentor that is going to help you understand the mind. Because when I came across this and I started to really understand and think for the first time, not only have I now spent 10 years working with people, we can go to the iPad, not only have I now spent 10 years working with corporations, companies, and sales teams, close the gap, help communication, help culture, help people understand that we don't have to be afraid of change. I've also earned 8 figures, I've grew multiple companies, but this was the person that didn't think I was worthy. Let me show you this very quick drawing. As you can see here, this is what we call the stick person, okay? Now, the stick person is you. And I'm talking to you today, not you with your corporate hat on, not you as a mom, as a dad, but have you ever actually asked yourself, who am I? How do I operate? Well, you see, in life, we love results. That's what you're all here for. We want better results. But if we ever asked ourselves where results come from, how do they happen? Most people will say, and I'm going to go through this super quick, most people will say, well, we take action. And you're right, we do take action. But it does not take a brain surgeon to realize that we're taking a lot of action and we're not seeing huge changes in the results. We're working harder than we've ever worked. What I want to show you today is where this happens and how this happens. This part here is your body. Okay? See the small circle? This is your body, and your body basically is a mass of molecules in a high speed of vibration. You have energy. Now, it's your body and your mind that is really creating your results. See that large circle? I want you to imagine a line in the middle of that. I want you to realize that you have a thinking mind and you have an emotional mind. And your results today are coming from action, but what drives your action is your emotions, is your habits, is your beliefs, is what we call a paradigm. If you want to improve group culture in your business, you've got to start to get to the root cause of each individual, because a company is just people. And it's the behaviors that drives the actions that drives the results. And it's the habits and the beliefs that are driving the behaviors. Now, my pen doesn't want to work, so we're going to talk through this. The lovely thing about understanding the mind is you can stay calm in every situation, all right? What I want you to realize, and I'll set this down, we can go back to the slides if you want. What I want you to realize is that your paradigm, and I have to explain this very quickly, your paradigm is your habits and your beliefs. Anybody here procrastinate? Would you agree that your business is losing money because of efficiency, lack of productivity? What about confidence? When you're in sales situations, see, I teach sales teams the 3 levels of communication. It all starts in the mind. Success is 95% mindset, 5% strategy. But how much are we spending time, money, energy on strategy? But it only actually equates to 5% of your success. Think about that. We've got it all upside down. We're spending 95% of time, money, and energy on strategy, and we're not looking at the mind. Your mind is your greatest asset. Your mind is what is dictating your results because it's your attitude, thoughts, feelings, and actions. Your attitude to life will be life's attitude to you. The energy that goes out is what you're attracting. That's the law of cause and effect. This is not woohoo, this is science. What I do with people and what I did with myself, like I'm the example, is I started to change my thinking one thought at a time. That's what I do with my clients. That's my mission, is to impact 100 million lives. That's my goal. And that's a big goal from a small person. But I'm starting with you today. I want you in this moment, instead of getting too complicated, I just want you to ask yourself, am I thinking about what I want? Or am I giving more focus and attention to what I don't want? Because wherever your focus and attention goes, energy flows. Now, for the last couple of moments that we have with each other, I want to give you an experience, okay? If you can see it in your mind, you will hold it in your hand. I want to invite you at this moment in time to get comfortable in your seat, to really start to close your eyes. Go with this with me. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to just take a deep breath in. Because if you do this with me right now, you're going to have a serious shift throughout this day. You're going to experience that wave. So close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Just allow yourself to just settle. To just sit. Nothing else matters right now. You have no commitments in this moment. There's nothing to be done. You feel such a calmness coming over you. Everything that is past no longer affects you. The stories from the past do not define you. With every new moment, and this is a new moment, comes opportunity, comes possibility. I want you to feel that in this moment. I want you to feel the possibility in your life, in your business. I want you to accept that all things are possible. You may not understand that right now, but what if? What if you could think past your limitations? What if you could find alignment and harmony in your company, in your team? What if you could create a vision that is bigger than your business, that will create more impact, which will always create more income? What if you were a part of something that really matters? What would this do for you as an individual? What would this do for your family? What if you could learn to truly tap into your potential? Your greatest fear is not that you are inadequate. Your greatest fear is that you're powerful beyond measure. Take another deep breath in and just feel this. Accept your power. Everything is working out for you. You're exactly where you need to be. Feel that emotion. Let it settle. Take one more deep breath in as we bring this to a close. We're going to lower down the music and fade it out. Feel the calmness. Feel the stillness. And just hold that for a second. Doesn't that feel good? You can open your eyes. Did that feel good? When's the last time you did that?
All right, if you have made it to the end of this training, then that tells me that you are different. You're somebody that is not going to accept average. You want more for your life, your business, your health, and your wealth. And you're somebody that is committed to really understanding what is the science to achievement. How does mindset really create 95% of our results, with strategy only being 5%? You see, now in the world that we live in, there has never been a more important or better time to get into a room, have proximity and power to like-minded people, to network, and to learn directly the root cause of results and success. Now, my name is Kim Calvert, and I am so proud and honored to invite you to Inception 2026. This is our live annual event that happens live on stage on a 2-day personal and professional development seminar. This is where I'm going to take what I have learned over an entire decade, working very closely with Bob Proctor over the last 7 years, teaching me the exact science of the mind, how results happen, what is the root cause of results. And that allows you to stop treating symptoms. That allows you to stop going around, putting out fires, burning out, and trying old strategies that are quite possibly not working for you the way that they did. You see, the truth is there is an effortless way. There is a way that you can create great success in your life. And I have no doubt that you are somebody that knows there is more for you, knows that you have more potential, but you don't quite maybe know how to bring that to the surface. Well, Inception is your starting point. This is going to happen on the 11th and 12th of September, live in Dublin, Ireland. This is where we are renting out the Round Room, the most incredible venue for an explosive and impactful 2-day live seminar. I'm going to be on stage and be your host. Over 2 days, I'm going to give you everything that I have learned in the last decade that has allowed me, who was a nurse, go from £4.20 to running multiple companies, earning tens of millions, but most importantly, giving every one of my clients, which I have thousands across the world, the very exact framework and scientific method that was given to me by my late mentor, Bob Proctor. Nothing is left out, no stone is unturned. So whether you are somebody that was like me, you've been working in a job that you know you're not really fully satisfied, you're not fulfilled, you want more of your life, and deep down, when your head hits the pillow at night, you know there is more for you. You know it doesn't have to be this hard, this difficult. If you're that person that was like me, Inception is your starting point. Likewise, if you are an entrepreneur, a business owner that knows that it really now is about leveling up to the next level, breaking through the plateau, breaking through those invisible ceilings that seem to keep holding you back. You want to go and quantum leap your results in sales, in income, in service, then Inception is exactly what you need for not only you, but for your entire team. This is where we bring personal and professional development together, and we do it in a very structured way. The 2 days are broken down by looking at every aspect of success, looking at who you are at a very fundamental, energetic level, looking at what it is that's truly holding you back. What is it that every time you go to step out and really go for what you want, why do you keep feeling pulled back? Procrastination, self-sabotage, fear. All of these topics are going to be broken down in exact detail in a step-by-step format. In fact, I'm going to give you an entire workbook that you can work with at your table, networking with like-minded people, and take home with you so that you have a very crystal clear plan. Not only have clarity on your vision, your purpose, your goal, but then exactly what do you need to go out and actually do so that you can be accountable, that you actually now have structure. Because structure is what everyone needs right now. We are so caught up in a world of distraction, and what we are really limiting is in poverty of imagination and lack of attention. But imagine stepping out of your world as it is and stepping into a world of possibility for 2 days. That is what Inception 2026 brings to you, the opportunity to be in a room with like-minded people. You know, proximity is power. You might network with people that can just give you that next quantum leap. People that are like you, that are not willing to settle for average or the status quo, but know there is more, know it is possible, but want some help getting there. That's what Inception will do. Now, I want to invite you as one of our platinum VIP guests, because as you do that, you're going to get so much with this. Not only are you going to get the 2 full days of me teaching you all around goals, vision, self-image, money, fear, all of the topics that are going to lead to your success, but I'm also going to give you the ability to come and have a VIP lunch with me each day. As a VIP guest, not only will you be sitting right at the front, closest to the stage, but you're also going to have your own gift goodie bag with lots of bonuses and extras and gifts for you, but you're also then going to spend lunch with me. This is where you'll have been listening to these teachings, and then you can come to lunch, have a beautiful lunch with very high elite people, but you can also ask me your questions. We can go back and forth and actually mastermind your ideas. Maybe answer a question that you don't even realize is a question yet. This could make a breakthrough for you within just having lunch. Then on top of that, you will also be invited to our exclusive gala ball dinner. This is going to happen on the second evening, the 12th of September. This is where we're going to be actually celebrating 10 years of Dynamite. This is the decade of Dynamite. We're 10 years in business. And what we've achieved in such a short period of time, most people don't achieve in a lifetime. And I don't say that to impress you, but to impress upon you that if I can do it, you can do it. And I'm going to give you everything across these 2 days. So you're going to have VIP access. You're going to be treated as a VIP. You're going to come to the gala dinner. You're going to have the goodie bags, the front of seating, and you're also going to get full replays. We've never done this before. It's because when you come into an event like this, in fact, there's nothing I can really share with you that's going to give you the understanding of what it's like to be in a live environment. So much now, everything is online. And we get distracted even when we buy courses and we do things, and it takes weeks and months to get through it. But if you come and invest your time and your energy for 2 solid days working on the business, not in the business, you're going to have dramatic paradigm shifts. You're going to walk out a completely different person. And then you're going to be able to go home and dissect the trainings and the replays that will be made available to you. So this is Inception 2026. It will never be like this again. This is going to be an absolute celebration of 10 years. And with that, I am determined to give you everything that I know that can give you your next breakthrough. So go ahead right now, click below, get your ticket, and I will see you live at Inception. This is your starting point. For the first time ever, we are hosting Inception 2026 in a new way, in a bigger way. And we're also celebrating our 10 years in business. So I'm going to be coming to stage live in Dublin this year, where you can come and meet me in person, collaborate and network with other like-minded people, and really immerse yourself in a personal and professional development seminar. Walk in as the person you are now, but walk out as your higher self. This is your time, this is your starting point, and this is Inception. Get your ticket and I'll see you there.